Did Stone Cold Steve Austin take his ball and go home?
So, I saw this video, and it got me thinking, they could do something serious with the Punk and Rollins rivalry. One-off opportunity that they probably won't do. Take them, make them have a match at the Royal Rumble. Then, kind of up the war of words between Punk and Rollins. Up the brawling, up it to where they go into another pay-per-view. Next pay-per-view, have Becky Lynch come out, cost Seth the victory. Or not Seth, cost Punk the victory. Excuse me. Mine's all over the place. Anyways, after she comes out and cost Punk the victory, or what have you, then you have Becky and Seth come out the next night, the next Raw, talking about how they're the best, blah, blah, blah. Then you have Punk come out and cut this amazing promo about how they think they're the best, but they haven't seen the best. How he's the best in the world, blah, blah, blah. And then you have Punk make a reference to, you haven't even faced the best. You only think you have. Have him reference Ronda Rousey, have him reference Charlotte Flair, blah, blah, blah. And then have him say something along the lines of, maybe I should make a call. And then that goes on for a couple weeks. Everybody's like, who are you going to call? Making jokes at Punk's expense. And you have Punk saying stuff like, I haven't decided yet. Making remarks to, maybe she'll do one more. And then at the end of it, right before WrestleMania, Punk comes out and says she's in. Then he shows up for WrestleMania. Everybody's already knowing who it's going to be. Seth and Becky come out. Some fancy entrance. Then Punk comes out. Then all of a sudden, AJ's music hits. And we get a phenomenal promo from AJ Lee before the match starts. About how she hasn't been around in a while, but how the women's revolution has fallen in her eyes. If it's spitting out stuff like, and then she points at Becky. And then we get down to the ring and we have a great match. I mean, that's just kind of a small frame of the idea that I would have in my head. But, I mean, hopefully they'll get there. If not, they could always do, Punk and Seth could do a pretty good rivalry. I mean, they're both good wrestlers and good storytellers. I know for the longest time I was mad at Punk. And my reasoning is kind of more so towards the fact that he lied about being this experienced martial artist. And I know wrestling's scripted and stuff, but they're still athletes. Something you gotta think about is when they do that, when they take the bumps for a living, when they do all that, they probably are some of the most greatest athletes in the world because of what they have to do. So, think about it this way. A wrestler goes out there, performs live, he takes bumps, and he takes spots where he's got to catch other wrestlers. That's a full human being flying onto them. No wires, no ropes. Yeah, it may be scripted. The winners and losers may be scripted, but the performance, the stuff they do, still can put some serious damage on their bodies. That's why wrestling is still one of the coolest things in the world to watch. Although sometimes the booking gets a little too predictable, which that's when I kind of have to take a break from it. When the booking and the stuff gets to where I can predict what's going on, then I kind of have to take a break from it. And then what usually brings me back is when I see guys like Jimmy Uso, actually Jey Uso, doing awesome mic work. Good promos and good storytelling will always draw me back in. So, just some thoughts on wrestling in general.